Anansi and the Moss-Covered Rock. Once upon a time, in the heart of the African forest, where tall trees stretched to touch the clouds and golden sunlight streamed through the leaves, lived Anansi the Spider. Now, Anansi was no ordinary spider. He was small, yes, but clever. Cleverer than elephant, quicker than leopard, sharper than even the wise old owl. Yet, for all his cleverness, Anansi was not satisfied. He always wanted more food, more tricks, more power. One hot afternoon, while wandering the forest paths, Anansi stumbled upon something unusual. There, lying in the cool shade, was a strange rock. It was smooth, round, covered in thick green moss that glowed softly in the dappled light. Anansi tilted his head, his many eyes glinting. Curious, he stepped closer and muttered aloud, isn't this a strange moss-covered rock? Thump! Before Anansi could blink, his legs buckled. He collapsed onto the ground, fast asleep. The forest grew quiet around him. Hours passed, and when Anansi finally stirred, he sat up, scratching his head. Surprised, Anansi said, "What happened? One moment I was standing, the next, I was dreaming. This is no ordinary rock. Oh no, this rock has magic. Yes, and perhaps I can use it." And so the trickster's plan began. The very next day, Anansi set off to test his discovery. First he met Elephant, who was busily carrying fruits back to his home. "Ah, Elephant, my good friend, how hard you work. But tell me, don't you wish for a rest? Come, walk with me. I have something to show you," Anansi said sweetly. Elephant, curious, followed. They came to the rock, green and glowing. Anansi pointed, pretending to be amazed. "Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?" Anansi wondered aloud. "Why, yes, it is a strange moss-covered," Elephant started to say. Thump! Elephant fell with a crash, the earth shaking beneath him. Anansi, grinning, scuttled to Elephant's house. He rolled away bananas, pawpaws, and sugarcane, dragging them all to his secret hiding place. "Oh, how clever I am! While the others sleep, I eat!" cackled Anansi. Next came Lion, proud and strong, his golden mane shining in the sun. He too was led to the rock. He too spoke the words, "Thump!" And while Lion slept, Anansi carried away his yams and wild honey. Then Monkey, playful and chattering, he tumbled to the ground with a thump, and Anansi stole his cassava and roasted groundnuts. Zebra, with his fine stripes, was tricked as well. Hyena, greedy and loud, followed after. Even Parrot, who prided himself on being watchful, repeated the words and fell fast asleep. One by one, the animals of the forest lost their food, and Anansi's hiding place grew heavy with treasures. Fruit stacked high, nuts in baskets, pots of honey glistening like gold. Anansi's belly grew round with feasting, and still, he laughed. "The forest will starve while I grow fat. No one is cleverer than me," boasted Anansi. But not everyone was fooled. Little Deer, small and gentle, had sharp eyes. She watched from the bushes as Anansi tricked one animal after another. So this is how it is. That mossy rock steals the senses, and greedy Anansi steals their food. But cleverness without kindness always comes to ruin. Perhaps it is time Anansi taste his own trick, Little Deer whispered to herself. That night, she crept silently through the forest. She visited each animal's home, listening to their laments. Elephant's deep sigh shook the leaves. Lion roared in hunger. Monkey whimpered, his children crying for food. "Do not despair, my friends. I have seen the truth. Tomorrow, Anansi shall be caught in his own web," Little Deer said softly. The next morning, Anansi strutted through the forest path, humming to himself, belly full and heart proud. Then he saw Little Deer. "Ah, Little Deer, so small, so foolish. You are the last one in the forest. Come, walk with me. I have something to show you," Anansi said, smirking. Little Deer followed politely, her eyes calm, her steps light. Soon they reached the moss-covered rock. Anansi's grin widened. "Look, Little Deer, isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?" Anansi asked. But Little Deer only flicked her tail and pretended not to hear. "Little Deer, look, isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?" Anansi repeated, louder. Still, Little Deer said nothing. She scratched her ear, pretending to be distracted by a buzzing fly. "Are your ears stuffed with cotton?" I said. "Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?" Anansi asked, growing impatient. And without thinking, Anansi shouted the words himself. "Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?" Thump! Down he fell, fast asleep, legs curling, mouth wide open in a snore. Quick as lightning, Little Deer ran to the hiding place. She gathered bananas, yams, cassava, honey, and groundnuts. She returned them all to the hungry animals. Elephant trumpeted with joy. Lion roared in triumph. Monkey leapt and danced. Even Parrot sang, his feathers flashing bright. "Clever Little Deer, she has saved us," the animals exclaimed together. When Anansi awoke, the forest was quiet. He hurried to his hiding place, his many legs scrambling. But when he arrived, his treasures were gone. Every fruit, every nut, every drop of honey, gone. Only the empty baskets remained. "My food, my feast, my trick, who has done this to me?" Anansi wailed. Then he heard the laughter. From every tree, every burrow, every clearing, the animals laughed. They laughed at Anansi, the trickster who had been tricked. Anansi's face burned, his belly rumbled, his pride shriveled like a leaf in the sun. And so the tale is told. The forest did not forget. Anansi, who wished to keep everything for himself, ended with nothing at all. For greed blinds even the cleverest, and the one who tricks too often will one day be tricked. Wisdom is not in trickery, but in sharing. And that is why, to this day, the people remind each other. Laugh softly, Boast less, and remember, the rock may still be waiting in the forest.